Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to push and pull code to GitHub using Git in VS Code. Okay, so there are prerequisites, and one is you need to have Git installed. So the command to verify that it's this, get dash dash version, and you have to have GitHub account, and you have to have, of course, VS Code installed. So yeah, I do have Git installed. I have a GitHub account and I have VS Code installed. Let's proceed with how to push and pull code to GitHub using Git in VS Code. Okay, so the first step is, of course, you need to open VS Code. So I have VS Code here, and I do have a file called hello.py. So to open terminal, so go click this terminal and new terminal. And I'm going to use command prompt. Okay. And to initialize Git repository, an empty Git repository, the command is git init. So initialized empty Git repository in which this is the directory. And to verify that, this is the command. So we now have a hidden file or folder called .git. Okay, let me clear the screen. And to check the Git configuration, this is optional but recommended. So this is just to basically, so you can tell who committed the changes. I have done this already. I did set the username, that's the username, and the email address. Okay, so that step is done. And now we can stage our changes. And the command is get add dot. So meaning stage all the files for commit in this directory. So I do have this file here called hello. Now it says U, which stands for untracked. So if I do a get status, so it says on branch master, no commits yet. And untracked files, this is the file, hello.py. So nothing added to commit, but untracked files present. We can use this file, this command get add. And like I said, I'm going to just add all the files. So if I do dir, I do have one file. So get add dot, so all the files. So that file, which is this. So now it says A, it stands for added, I believe. And now we can do a get status again. So it says changes to be committed. So before it was red, now it's green, the same file. Okay. And the next step is commit changes. And the command is get commit -m for the message. And let me just copy and paste this. Okay, done. And to view the commit history, the command is git log. So yeah, so this is what I was saying earlier, that this is how we can tell who made the change. So the author is this, and this is the username, and we also have the date. So the comment is, or message is initial commit. And there's another command called this. So this is to show the committed file. So the committed file is hello.py. All right, and to just verify that we are using, the branch that we are using, we can do a get branch. So now it's master, and we are using it, indicated by asterisk. So I'm going to rename this master into main. Now it's main. Let me just do a show, get status again. Okay. And let me just do this because earlier it was master. Now it's main. Okay. So you see that before it was master, right? So we will rename that into main. So now it's main. And get status again. Yeah, on main, on branch main. The next step is to add a remote repository from GitHub. So to do that, we need to create a repository and do this command. And this is how you verify it. So let me get into my GitHub. So I have GitHub opened. So to add a new repository, you click this, new repository. And I'm going to name this my Python project. So description is optional. I'm going to make this public. Initialize this repository with, I'm not going to add a README file. I'm gonna leave this as is. Same with this. So create repository. Okay, there is actually an instruction here. So get init. This is how you add the file. This is how you commit the change, right? And this is how you rename the branch. We did this, right? And this is how you add a remote repository. So in this case, GitHub. And this is how you push the code into the remote repository. So I'm going to copy and paste this. And replace this. So this is just actually the URL. Okay, so let me go ahead and copy and paste this in the command line, command prompt. Okay, so to verify that, to verify the URLs that we just added, the command is get remote v -v, stands for verbose. Okay, so this is the expected output. And now we can push our code, which is this hello.file, hello.py to that remote repository. And the command is this, get push -u origin. So origin, this is just the name of the URL, which is the default name. And main is the branch. Now we only have one branch, which is called main. Oops. Looks like it's done. Now, if I go back to my repository, GitHub repository, we should see the file. Yeah. And it says, yeah, this is the file. Okay, so the next step is pull changes from GitHub. So let me actually just edit this file. Let's go back. Yeah, edit this file, edit it. I'm going to add another print statement, save, update, yeah, commit changes. So the reason I'm doing this is because we're going to make this, or to do this command, so pull changes from GitHub. So what I expect to happen is that this code will be pushed, will be pulled, and we should have 2 print statements instead of 1. So let me do that. Get pull origin main. Okay, looks like it's done. So if I go back to my, yeah, we now have 2 print statements. Okay, so let me do a push again, and I'm going to add another print statement. So of course I need to add this and get commit main get commit second commit. Oops, what's wrong here? Let me do a get status, get commit. I was small m, not big M. Second commit. Okay, and I'm going to push this again. Push. So for subsequent pushes, you don't have to set your upstream branch. You can actually just say get push. See if this works. Yeah, done. So the expectation is we should have 3 print statements in this file. Now we do have 3 print statements. So our push works. And you can also use this command or just git push. Okay, the last part that I wanted to show you is this, how to clone a GitHub repository. So to do a git clone, the command is git clone and the URL. So the URL is this. You have to get into the repository and copy this. Let me do it here. Okay, done. So now this Git repository should be in the desktop. This one. It's called my project, my Python project, right? Yeah, this is the file. So that's how you can clone a repository. All right, so that's how you can push and pull code to GitHub using Git in VS Code, and particularly using the terminal in VS Code. So hopefully you found this video useful. If you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.